Here comes Rick Gibson in from outside. That's going to be a disqualification on Robert. Robert's going to lose it by disqualification, but Rick Gibson going to try to get some satisfaction here out of handsome Jimmy Valiant and manager Jimmy Hart. And the Gibson brothers together have got him out of the ring now. All right, the official ruling from the referee, and that is what it's going to be. Valiant will get the win by disqualification. Time 8 minutes, 59 seconds, 8:59.
Yeah, Rick Gibson doing what comes naturally when he saw all the shenanigans going on with his brother Robert in there. Robert, as you pointed out, it had his head wrapped off of that ring post a couple of times and was bleeding about the head, and Rick just came in and at least protected the hide of his brother, and can't say that I blame him one bit. Disqualification goes to handsome Jimmy. We've got more wrestling action coming up. We'll see the Mighty Assassins in here in just one moment. We're going to be back in the ring on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling here in just a moment. I want to give you the entire card. I mentioned a couple of bouts just a few moments ago in the Garden Tuesday night in Louisville. Listen to the entire card. Rick Morton will be taking on the Iranian Assassin. Then it'll be Steve Regal and Robert Gibson going against, man, what a big team this is, Sonny King and Sugar Bear Harris. Then it'll be Bill Dundee and Paul Ellering, and one that'll settle some things. You'll understand a little bit more about that a little later on. Southern heavyweight title match. Handsome Jimmy Valiant will be defending against Rick Gibson. And then the final bout. Well, this one's just going to be a straight grudge match, my friends. No title at stake or anything. It will be Billy Robinson, Ken Lucas, going against the Mighty Assassins. And you better believe that Billy Robinson and Ken Lucas are going to be in there to do some big hurt on some big guys, the Assassins. All of it takes place right there in the Louisville Gardens Tuesday night. Make your plans to be there now.
There's just...
We're ready to go with action in the ring or just out of it. We made the announcement earlier in the program, in the opening of Championship Wrestling, that we had talked to the Assassins about their mask and their head, and they had agreed that they were going to make a demonstration for us. And so we are now ready for the scheduled Assassins Steve Regal and Rick Morton match. And that should be some doggone good tag team action in there, as the Assassins, the big holders of the AWA Southern Tag Team titles, will be going against Regal and Morton in here. Let's get them in and we'll see if we can find out exactly how about the demonstration you guys have agreed to in there, because we had some questions we wanted to ask.
Well,
and
of course, there's been a lot of controversy throwing around the masks. The controversy comes down to 1 or 2 points, and one point is that supposedly everybody's saying that we're putting objects in our masks to hit people with. Now, we're going to deny this because this is a falsehood, but put out by these other wrestlers. Now, secondly, my partner here has one of the hardest heads in professional wrestling. He's developed one of the hardest heads, and the reason that we are here today to show the people exactly how hard his head is. Right here, we have some boards. Get down here and show them. Now, these boards here are pine wood. They're very solid. As you can see, this man weighs over 300 pounds and he's standing on the wood. He's going to bust these boards with his head. Wait a second.
Now, there's one thing. There's a couple of guys that we're supposed to wrestle on TV today. It's a little out of their class, you know. And we believe in keeping people in their place. You understand what I mean? A lot of people step out of line. They need to stay in their place. After we put them in their place, we'll show you what we're going to do to these boards.
You don't want to do this now. You want to wait till after the match to do it?
We got some people to put back into their spot.
Okay, you're not going to back out on it now.
We're going to get the blood flowing. We're going to get the adrenaline there so that this is possible. And there's going to be no more controversy and no more of these people saying things derogatory about the Assassins.
Okay, you guys have said it now. You won't back out on it, and we're going to have the demonstration. Boy, I'll tell you what, That's a healthy set of boards that they got laying over there. They said they would rather do the match and then make the demonstration on it, Dave. So there's not a whole lot else we can do, so we'll respect their wishes on what the kitchen decides. Looking forward to this match anyhow. Steve Regal and Rick Morton obviously giving away a lot of weight, but boy, what a team. Okay, Davey.
It'll be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at a total weight of 590 pounds, the Assassin. Going against them at a total weight of 417 pounds, from Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton, and from Indianapolis, Indiana, Steve Regal. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit, and the referee is Paul Morton.
Okay, I think we got it boiled down to action time, Bell, and here we go. We're going to be looking forward to Regal in there, and I can't really see. I think it's Assassin number 1, but it's hard to identify. Yeah, okay.
That is.
He's the bigger of the two, right. And fired into the turnbuckle by Regal. The Assassins, big as they are, Dave, it's amazing how well they do move. They have...
It's a good move by Regal, reversal on the whip.
Well, there's never any question about how Regal moves. Fine athlete.
Assassin down behind. Well, look at Regal move.
Steve was a fine athlete at Indiana State. I'm almost certain that was the college. That was Larry Bird's college. Steve preceded Bird there. He was an excellent football player.
Assassin down to the mat briefly, but then on his feet over to the corner for the tag. Ooh. Boy, these guys can hurt you there, too. The double team on the exchange.
Look at that leapfrog. Aha! And a drop kick. Boy, that Regal can go from a standing spot right up in the air, a good 4.5, 5 feet. Fire that drop kick. He's a beauty.
Double up again as the Assassins tag out. Minute and a half into the action.
Regal tags his young partner, Rick Morton, who comes in there. And look at Rick with that bar right over backward. He takes the Assassin number 2 down.
Rick gives away weight to just about every opponent he faces in the ring, but weight's about all he gives away.
Yeah, that doesn't slow him down, does it?
No, not at all.
He goes. Look at that. Beautiful. Drop kick from Rick Morton. Nice tag out from the Assassins. Give them credit now. You got to say, these guys work together as well as any tag team that you'll see around. They've got so many things going for them. And a few of them are legal.
That wasn't, but it backfired on him. He was going to fire that right fist to the top of Rick Morton's head, but Rick ducked out of the way.
Morton into a front face lock on the Assassin, but he just picks Morton straight up. Fires him back into the corner. Woo, comes in, and Morton is gone before he gets there.
That was similar to the atomic knee drop. Different configuration on it, but still not easy on the lower back.
Coming off the ropes, Rick Morton takes a foot to the midsection. Big Assassin drops with that lower leg. Whip. Puts that shoulder down. Morton loses the contest. 193 pounds to 300. Won't get it.
No way.
Not in that kind of meeting. Straight up in the air, the Assassin drops Rick down, but he's right over by the ropes. No, he'll never get a pin out of that one.
3.5 minutes gone.
Morton comes up fighting. Tag between the Assassins. Number 2 comes in, hammering with that big upper arm. And there's a tag on Steve Regal.
Yeah.
Oh, Regal stretched out on a drop kick. He had him off balance and puts him down. Over the top, Regal goes. Oh, and they are both down. Regal had the momentum going, Dave, and he nailed him with one shoulder but put him down. The Assassin's outside the ring, and we have had a little switcheroo. Take a look now at the Assassin. This is where we've been having the argument with him. To the head he go. Here's Ken Lucas and Billy Robinson back. We're going to have Billy out a little bit later. Lucas, Billy Robinson in. Ring the bell, the referee says. It's going to be a disqualification, I'm sure, with Lucas and Robinson coming in, jumping the Assassins. They're out on the floor out here. The match is officially over with. Billy Robinson going at the Assassin number 1. Breaks one of the boards over. Robinson again going after the Assassin. Come on, let's get it broken up. Paul, see if you can get him in there.